Hey guys, Mark Kwok here. I wanted to do a bit of a talking head video today because in my last video, I got a comment from one of you guys that I thought was pretty cool. And it's, what am I challenging myself to do in 2023? It's not about an item, it's just about daily stuff I'd like to do and some things I've thought about over the past month. So number one is to be more social. Now, I'm already a pretty social dude, but I did move to a different place. And with that, especially in your 30s, when you're doing that, it's kind of hard to make friends because everyone has their own friendship circles and they're kind of closed. Really, to like get in there, you have to be the proactive one that is knocking on the door or like reminding to hang out. Like, it's not that people don't want to be friends with you, it's just that, you know, they already have their comfortable set of friends. So adding another person is kind of an uphill battle. And so I kind of want to take on more of a yes man approach. I did this in college. I think I've mentioned it before in this channel, but there's that movie Yes Man by Jim Carrey, and he basically has to say yes to everything. I wanna try, if I can, take on that mentality, be the yes man as much as possible. If someone wants to go get burritos at 12 midnight and I'm about to get into my PJs, just do it, you know? Just say yes, let's go. Number two, less watch content. So you guys know this, but I love wristwatches, but sometimes this can become an addiction. Like, all you wanna do when you wake up is look at the watch forums or like the watch videos that Hodinkee or Watchbox puts on. That approach is unhealthy, and it's not just unhealthy from like a psychological perspective, but definitely from a wallet perspective because you're more inclined to make a purchase. And dude, I have enough watches. I want to be minimal with watches. I want to keep it under 5. That's like kind of been my mantra for a long time. So in service of that, the one thing I could do is just to stop watching watch content or reading watch content. The less you see it, the less you think about it, you know, out of sight, out of mind. That is something I plan to do. It doesn't mean I won't talk about it on this channel, but you guys don't see how much research I'm doing. I'm watching every possible discussion about the watches I already own. Like, it's a problem. Like, I'm gonna stop doing that or get at least wean off. Number 3, I wanna keep with fitness. So, some of you guys may have noticed, but I have become slimmer and slimmer. I think I've lost like 13 or 14 pounds in the last like 3 or 4 months. That's because I've been taking on a pretty heavy routine, and this has been a huge life change for me. I'm so much healthier than I ever was. My body looks so much better. I feel a lot better and more motivated, and I can see my progress, right? I did a half marathon way faster than I thought I possibly could. Now, the problem is I know myself. I go into these ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm super into fitness, and then I go cold turkey and I stop. I'm drinking beer all day and I turn into a fat, lazy slob. It is just so hard to remain consistent, diligent, disciplined. But that is what I want to be able to do this year. Doesn't mean I need to be as hard and go as many times as I've been going in the last couple weeks and months, but I need to keep with at least 3 times a week, at least 1 hour working out. It's easier once you're like in the thick of it to actually continue going and continuing this stuff. It's really about not getting to that point where I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. If you're just still, you don't want to move. If you're in motion already, you want to keep in motion. So I gotta keep in motion. Number 4, I want to shed more physical possessions. You guys know I've talked about minimalism on this channel before. I love minimalism. I am not a minimalist. I clearly have a bunch of shit and it's not necessarily great. I like things, but I do love the idea of having just less stuff. And I wanna make sure I do that this year very strongly. What that means is a kind of a 1 in, 1 out policy, a more of the shedding or the purging of the closet. Guys, we just live in a consumerism world and you've probably hoarded so much shit and you're just like, what? I live in clutter. Consolidation is key. Like, get it to a small number, whatever that thing is that you buy too many of. And number 5, finally, this was kind of interesting for me, but one thing I've learned, especially during the pandemic, was that if each one of your days looks similar, it's so easy to go, what the heck? A year has passed by, I feel like I've done nothing. And you look back at the time that you were doing stuff and it's all very much similar every single day. The key is this: when you have something different that happens every day, then those memories are a little bit more diversified. and you feel like, oh wait, I've accomplished a lot of things over this year. This is why college was so cool, because every day it's something different class, a different club, a different social interaction. We don't have that once you get a little bit older. So I want to try and make every day somewhat different. Not the same routine. I mean, you keep the some routine, but make something different. Get that dinner with that friend at that new restaurant you never tried. Do that new physical activity that you've never done before. So when you look back at them, you're like, oh my God, every day was different. I have done so much this year, and it just feels a lot better, and there's that growth is significant. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, what are you guys doing to challenge yourself in 2023? Is there something I can keep you accountable for? Is there something that I should take on that you've been thinking about as well? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Mark Kwok. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.